What's up, guys? We're checking out the loot. So we just did a raid here, 700 something thousand loot. And you can see we're gonna go do more raids, grab more loot, because people are saying they're not finding loot. So I don't know if you're just not searching enough or if the loot is just bad up in your level. People are saying maybe the top 10, top 100 has, lower loots. And then to that degree, though, I mean, you do have the additional gold boost. We have no gold boosting gear on whatsoever uh, at all. It is. I think we have zero gold boosting gear on. We'll take a look here. We have 14% gold boosting gear. Fucking dog. So take a look and see. It's like I said, it's about a minute or two to find a base that has a good amount of loot. And if I want to, I'll take like a 400k base. But most likely, just search, 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 and in about a minute or two, you'll find a base, at least in my opinion, that is, 700,000-ish. So like here's a base that potentially I would go after, if I'm farming metals, and that's a decent amount of loot there. But we're gonna skip over it because right there we found a base that's 684,000. So let's go take this one out and then do it again and get another, 600, 700,000 base loot. So there's different reasons why you potentially are seeing low loots. If you are too low in the trophy leaderboards, you necessarily don't get good loots. And then again, people are saying if you're too high, like, top 10, top 100, the loot necessarily is bad, and it gets better if you go down to the top 200. It could be because everyone is using all their loot up, and so there is no, excess loot up there. That's a very good guess on why there isn't any loot in, like, say, the top 10 or whatever. And the top 10 people, they always do get hit over and over and over again, so they are constantly losing all their loot, if you think about it that way. If one person's getting rated, 50 times an hour, or, well, you can't be rated 50 times an hour, but if one person's getting rated 50 times a day, he's not going to have as much loot necessarily if someone who only gets rated, 5 or 6 times a day. And there's more variety, more choices in the lower levels. Whereas if you're in the top 10, top 100, you're fighting the same people over and over and over again. But yeah, we've had no issues whatsoever filling up 8 workers and then, building up a wave, upgrading a spell, upgrading a troop. So, I mean, we're spending a really good chunk of loot every few days doing all these upgrades. And I mean, not even having, any problems at getting the loot. So much that we've took off our gold boosting gear. I'm almost, up to the point of forging it and salvaging it for pearls because I don't need the loot. You see, 1 million. The raid we did earlier was actually a little bit more because we got like 1.1 million. And then also in here, the fact most likely you're going to get 100k-ish in loot because there's times to get a ton of gold. Gold values have been buffed in the Chamber of Fortune. The amount of hero gear you get and the grades seem to be better there. I mean, it's quite common. I've picked up a 600,000 loot, not commonly in the Chamber of Fortune, but it does happen. It's quite common to get 100,000 in there. Oh, see, we accidentally clicked and we lost the 600. And I guess maybe I could go back and rewind and check out the name and then physically search for him. But yeah, we jumped over 610,000 loot right there. So of course it's, your first clicks is most likely not going to be a lot of loot. You see a lot of these 200k bases. We will find another one though. There's the 500. So we'll grab anything that's over 500. Yeah. All right, 511. So we skipped over that one 610, and we didn't see anything else for probably what, like a minute of clicking. It doesn't take that long to click that next button unless you have a bad connection and the Wi-Fi or internet is taking long time to search. It doesn't take long at all to click that next button or the new enemy button. And there still probably is effect in there if you do 10 raids or 15 raids at a time. The base loot probably will still decrease because that was an old algorithm that they used. Is that like after a while, the more raids you did, the loot values the free loot started to decrease. We have done semi-long raiding sessions, probably about 10 raids at once, especially when we were filling up the treasure chamber to do the videos for opening up all our pearls. You have to make sure that you have max loot. But in general, if we do like 4 raids, 5 raids at a time, our bread is depleted at that point. Log off, come back on in 2 hours, 3 hours. We'll have lost maybe 600,000, maybe a million, whatever. And we come back in and raid another 3 or 4 times. Easy peasy, guys. Oh no, we're not gonna kill it. I misplayed. So that that happens occasionally, and I'm not even upset. I'm upset at myself, but the loot is still not bad at all. Failure, 578,000. Should have been a lot more, but meh, shit happens. So we'll keep searching. So that's the longest right there when it thinks and takes some time when it has internet issues. Ah, fucking piece of shit. There's 700,000 we just skipped over. There we go. So, thankfully, we got another 700,000 base. And this one's actually worth a little bit more. It calms me down. Yeah, post in the comments, are you seeing a lot of loot? Are you not seeing a lot of loot? Uh, what's your feedback? And then take it to the forums as well. Yep, very, very good defense setup here. Tons of skull towers. Nice level. They're taking out all the knights. Head back here. Yeah, so it's super easy now because he has no more skull towers on this side. He's only got bomb towers. There's a skull tower. But at that point, I mean, we've already built up a sizable army. Woohoo, 3 crowns. Yeah, see, 80,000 there. This thing's worth 75,000. As I said, about an average, you get 100,000 gold in the Chamber of Fortune. Of course, you're going to fail some. Of course, you're going to get really lucky and get 2 chests, 3 chests. Let's go and donate. Do I have enough bread? Uh, maybe. No, no more bread. All right, so that's gonna be it here. We did 3 or 4 raids there. I think 4 raids, all good loots. I don't think there's a loot issue at all, especially in this trophy range. Maybe it only affects high players. Don't know. Don't know. Post your feedback down below, guys.